Welcome, we're looking at the sin rule. Now the most important thing to remember about the sin rule is it's all about opposite sides and angles, meaning this angle here, 85, goes for 3.8 centimeters. And what we want to know, the x goes for 33 degrees. Alright. Best thing to do is, because there's two versions of the sin rule, of course. Best thing to do is always put the thing you want to know in the top left hand corner. We want to know what x is, so I'm going to write it down first. That goes over, and as the sin rule goes, the angle of sin 33, if I can write it nicely. Oh, what's going on here? I think I'm up against the side of my screen. Sin 33. See, the x goes above the opposite angle, or the sin of the opposite angle. Now I put the sides at the top. So the x at the top, so the 3.8 needs to be at the top. And that goes over the sin of the opposite angle, sin 85. So when we rearrange, we move the sin, divide by x becomes multiply, so it's sin 33 times 3.8 over sin 85. Okay, I just need to find my calculator. No, come, oh, there it is. Okay. So it's going to be sin 33 times 3.8 over sin 85, and then we got the answer 2.0775. Rounded to one decimal place, cut it off there, that will be 2.1. Now, when it comes to the next question, they have set us a booby trap. Yeah. This one here, again, remember, it's all about opposite angles and opposite sides. So when we look at this, opposite to x, we don't have the angle. Meaning we need to work it out first. Well, that's pretty straightforward, as we know that all angles in a triangle adds up to 180. We need to subtract from 180 these two angles. So it's 180 minus 80 plus 69. And of course that would be 180 minus 80 is 100 minus 69, 31. So when we have this angle, now we can do it. Okay, again, put the unknown side top left hand corner. Opposite angle here is 31. Then we put the side at the top, opposite angle being sin 80. Rearrange, multiply this on the other side, so it's 9.1 times sin 31 over sin 80. 9.1 sin 31 over sin 80. So that's 4.759. Rounded to one decimal place, 4.8. Looking at the second pair of questions, again, remember, opposite angles, opposite sides. Now this time they want the angle, so we put the angle at the top, the x. But remember, all angles comes with a sin in front when we are doing the sin rule. Opposite the x is the 7.6, that needs to go underneath. Right, we're putting the angles at the top, so that would be 44, coming with the sin. and the opposite side is 6.6. Now when we rearrange this, there's a little bit more legwork to do. First we're going to multiply the 7.6 on the other side. And then we need to move the sin. Okay, x stays behind. So when we move the sin, we need to do the inverse of sin. And that will give us the answer. So here we go. Shift sin, it will be $53.121. Rounded to one decimal place will be 53.1. Looking at the last question here, again they set us a little booby trap. Okay, remember opposite sides, opposite angles. We don't have the opposite side to the angle we want. And that's a problem. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to work out the angle to this opposite side we do have. We can work out this angle here. Okay, so we want to work out this angle. Remember, an angle always comes with a sin. Let's call this angle Y, because it's not the x we want, and that goes with the opposite side, which is 5.2. Then we need to do sin again at the top, and that goes with the angle 82, and the side that is opposite that 6.4. Next step is to rearrange. We multiply the 5.2 on the other side, so that will be 5.2 times sin 82 over 6.4, and then move the sin, separating the sin from its angle will give us the inverse, and then everything as it was before. So let's grab that calculator. Let me just look for it, find it, click on it. There we go. So we are going to do shift sin fraction 5.2 times sin 82 over 6.4, close bracket. So y equals, oh my word, I'm having trouble with calculators today. Right, 53.5709. Okay, but that's not the angle we want. We want this one over here. But we simply need to do angles in a triangle. So 180 minus the 82 and the 53.57, etc. Yeah. So let's grab that calculator, because I didn't put 180 minus 82 minus 53.57. 44.4 is what we were looking for. Here comes the big moment. Are we correct? Let's put them into the answers. 2.1, 4.8, and 8 out of 8.